Welcome back to the channel, people. KG is back with another upload for the channel. Last preseason game done. That is it now. It's all systems go. Real season starts in a week's time, roughly a week's time. We are done. We are now got the shape for our starting lineup for the first game of the season. And we may have some question marks, and we've probably heard this once or twice before in our Leeds United supported careers. But listen, before we go on with that, please hit a like on the video, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and of course, drop your comments below. Big shout out to David Roberts, John Abbott, and Karen Curtin for the super thanks on the last videos. Much appreciated. And shout out to Mark, who's become a new member of the channel. Really appreciate the support, people. Really helps out a lot. And memberships will be in the description if you want to join the channel and help out that way. Now, obviously, oh, and by the way, I didn't do too badly, did I, in the Cardalo bingo, did I? The new signing bingo. Shout out to everyone that gave me some feedback on that. I was pretty accurate, wasn't I? Pretty accurate. And I especially got the one where he said that he can't wait to hear the Ellen Road atmosphere. That's always a good one. That's always a good one. That always gets the fans on side. But listen, good to see Cardalo in the building. A lot of people saying that goalkeeper kit is red. I think it's more pink than anything from the pictures that I've seen, but don't let it spoil your day. And I hope you're still sleeping at night, even if it is red. Okay. All right, people. But listen, we're here to talk about the thing that's in the title. And that is, of course, Patrick Bamford today in the friendly. Now, I never watched the friendly today. I'll be real with you. I was enjoying time, with the family and stuff like that. I wasn't really interested too much. I was waiting to see if there's anything major to come out of it. But obviously, I've seen the clips and I've seen what happened with Patrick Bamford, and it's just something, isn't it, where Bamford gets a kick in the face and comes off with a hamstring injury. I mean, it just says it all, doesn't it? But I really just hope with everything, and especially as we hear in that Joel Perot is seemingly staying at Swansea for the season at this point. That's the latest whisper. I just hope that the 49ers and Farke just don't repeat the mistakes that other managers and the previous ownership have made, and that is relying on Patrick Bamford. I really hope that in the background they've been doing work on getting a new striker in. Even from what I saw today, I mean, he doesn't move well for me, people. He just doesn't move well anyway in general. And then obviously with him coming off with a hamstring injury, whether it's precautionary or not, where have we heard this before? How many times have we heard we have to manage Patrick Bamford? We have to make sure he's training okay, wrap him in cotton wool. Come on, guys. It's time for a new era up front for Leeds United. And at this point, Jorginho Rutter also came off with an injury. But Bamford being a hamstring one, obviously, it probably puts him in doubt for the Cardiff game. I wouldn't have started him anyway, but we know how it goes with the managers because lately it does sound like Daniel Farke is kind of happy with him, which is very worrying. I mean, just look at the past record. Look how many managers have fallen on the sword of trusting this guy to be their main man. I just wouldn't do it. And I will hope that the 49ers will avoid that mistake. And let's just go just quickly through Farker's comment here. Rutters is a side strain of some kind. So, Rutter did try and carry on in the game, but had to come off. Bamford was a hamstring after being kicked, and obviously it must have charred him as he gone down. I don't know how that happens, but this is one of the quotes as well, is that he didn't see that any of the injuries would now alter the transfer plans in any significant way. Now, I haven't taken that as some people have taken it, and that we weren't even looking at a striker. I think that's just more of I'm hoping. Oh, let me say this: I'm hoping that it's more of, look, we was going to get a new striker regardless of Patrick Bamford's fitness, and we're going to proceed in that way. Because listen, we are now on Sunday, the 30th of July, as I do this video. We are coming up to the running week of starting the championship season. I hope we are going to get a few more in the door. Like I said, after Cardalo, that's 2 transfers for the summer. It's not nearly enough. There's a lot of promise around the team. We've seen it again today as well. The patterns of play, from what I've seen, look like they're in that Farke ball way. That's good. But this is a grind of a season. This isn't preseason. We're not going to be playing Hearts every week. This is going to be where we're creating chances over and over again, and then having no one to finish them. And we've already been there before. We was there when we got promoted. You know what I mean? But I just need this regime to be smarter and to see what is in front of them, what is clear to see, and that we need a new main striker. And shout out, I saw Charlie Creswell now. Has he got the number 5 now? I think that might be a permanent thing. He's taken Robin Cox number 5. Maybe is that a sign that Charlie Creswell is seen as a starter here? Maybe. I know squad numbers don't really mean that much these days, but that's a good sign that he's been moved from 35 to 5. But just going back on the strike, it's so important with the striker because listen, we can keep as many clean sheets as we want. We can create as much as we want, but if you haven't got that striker, that forward, that main focal point up front, all of it doesn't matter because you're not going to get enough points to even touch the playoffs, never mind, promotion automatically. So hopefully we see some transfer activity this week. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I just know I'm just overhearing about Patrick Bamford and his niggles here and there and precautionary substitutions. You just can't rely on the guy to complete 90 minutes. I mean, that's the first thing. Never mind his inability to finish, his lack of pace, his turgid look of movement that he's got now. He can't be trusted to finish 90 minutes or even close to completing a game where you just look at him and go, oh, I hope he doesn't get injured here. As much as you want to support him, and I completely get that, now, Leeds United need to move on, and they need to move on hopefully as soon as possible. So, and it's unfortunate. I mean, I just briefly saw a report before about Joel Perreault, and he would have been ideal, but he's not the only striker out there. And I'm sure the 49ers and Daniel Farke are fully aware of that. And they will probably have names that we have not even thought of, people. And I envision as well a Premier League once the Premier League squads assemble and form and shape a bit better, that we'll possibly go for a Premier League loan up front, maybe. But we do need some other bodies in there. It's quite clear as well, especially in defense. Left back is essential for me. Left back is also essential, but we got a few areas that are seemingly essential. Some people say number 10 is essential, but I still feel that we've got enough creativity in the team, more than enough. But it's about finishing the chances, and that's the most important thing. And if Bamford's not going to be available, it's now up to Mateo Joseph. And I did say that Mateo Joseph will have an impact this season, but I kind of thought he'd have to start from the bench. But if he has to be thrown in against Cardiff, so be it. If we don't get a striker next week, but let's hope that we see some transfer activity, people, because I'm desperate. I need to see reinforcements because we're still light in key areas for me. That's just my opinion. But listen, let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you're patient with Bamford or if you feel that we should be moving on from him already. You know what I mean? Hit a like on the video, subscribe if you're not subscribed. And you know what? Hopefully we got a signing video to talk about, and I will see you live on that one. Peace out, people.